All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It is right around 5 p.m. West Coast time. I'm going to say it's 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on that there East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter, and we have got a raid coming in from Scotland, from Twitch, from, I don't know if it was American Truck Simulator or what was going on, but Terry in Scotland coming in with 5 folks. DJ Smook, one of those 5 people. Katie Zora also coming in with their raid. Of course, Terry with the raid. And let's see here. What else we got going on? I'm not sure anybody else from the raid is saying howdy yet, but we've got the first talking folk, and then we've got Bainy Bo as well. That makes sense. I don't anticipate to see Pinnell today because it is Sunday and that is her day of rest. But I do see Rick in the house saying hello to me and all of the chatterers. Mama Sean on that there YouTube side. Good to know we've got everything coming in on both channels. Verity also there coming in on that there YouTube side. And Darlene welcoming all those raiders. So good to see all here. And let's see here. You never came to the other live the other night because you were hung over. Bainy Bo, that's a good gosh darn reason not to come over. I don't know if you mean the movie last night or if you mean on Wednesday. If you mean on Wednesday, you didn't miss anything because there was not a show on Wednesday. But last night we did get to watch the second disc of Ken Burns' History of Country Music. And Bainy Bo, if you were hungover, you probably would have fallen right the heck asleep. So no worries, no worries. All right, we've got Kenny from the Cove sliding on in here saying good to see y'all. And we've got Shock saying, I don't really know what she's saying. Green truck, green truck, green truck? I don't know what she was saying, but she's here and she's making it known. And let's see what else we got. We have got Rick subscribing. For 42 months. Wow, 42, the answer to life and the universe and everything. That is correct, sir. And let's see here what else we got. Andre also in the house. Fantastic. Good to see you here, Andre. And Shock is not drinking. Shock is driving. DJ Smoke, however, might be recovering from an all-day drink. I don't know if that's true or not, or if someone's just dragging his name through the distillery. But I'll tell you right now, dragging a name through a distillery is nothing to be ashamed of. I have been known to have an all-day drink as well on occasion. Not very often, I will give you that. But I do believe in New Orleans, they do say you can't say you've been drinking all day unless you've been drinking before breakfast. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever done that. So, let's see here. You're recovering from an all-day hangout at the pub, says DJ Smook. Not necessarily an all-day drunk. Right. That's it, Andre, drawing his name through the mash. There you have it. And let's see here. Darlene recovering from her birthday celebrations the other day. And then bragging about the 4 or 5 inches of snow that she got there a day before St. Patrick's Day. I was going to say St. Thanksgiving's Day. Don't know what that's all about. But Pacola T not driving today, and also probably not getting a lot of snow, because I happen to know that Pacola T is in Honolulu, Hawaii right now, and I happen to know that because I saw videos of the hooligans on bikes cutting lanes and endangering our lives. Indeedly do. I saw the video that she posted, and I even commented with "get off my lawn." Okay, that's not true. I did not comment with "get off your lawn." I commented with, "I feel like the cops should see that video." And I'll tell you right now, I don't ever suggest telling the cops anything. And so if I say, I think the cops should see that video, that says something, y'all, because let me just tell you right now, those are words that do not usually come out of my mouth. And for those of you who've been here, you know that a lot of words come out of my mouth, so it's very strange that there are some words that just don't. All right, y'all, I accidentally spit on myself, which means it's time to start the party. So let's get this party started. Alrighty, Terry in Scotland. Holy smokes. Thank you so much for that 1,000 biddies. And the hype train level 1 is almost over. I don't even know exactly what started this there. Hype train, I'm going to assume it was the resubbing and then the big old biddy throw. And let's see here. Bacola T saying I have additional videos with more bikers doing Daredevil stuff, putting all of us in danger. Yeah, exactly, dude. I really get pissed off when people do that, especially on the freeway. Okay, first off, to give context, and actually though, rewind. Mama Sean, what if drinking is your breakfast? All right, fair enough. I have had a Pabst before for breakfast, so you bring up a very good point. And Kenny from the Cove, drinking before sunrise, drinking before breakfast, drinking for breakfast. Oh, the alcohol-soaked days of my youth. Yep, there, Kenny. You belonged in New Orleans, at least for 1 minute. But yes, so for those of you who don't really know and who haven't, who aren't on the Book of Faces, Bacola T earlier today posted a picture of 3 or 4, maybe 5 young bucks on their motorcycles, the little speed racer kind, not the Harley kind, but more like the pop and wheelie kind. And they were popping wheelies. And, there's a time and a place for hot rod shenanigans on your motorcycles. But in the middle of 4 to 5 lanes of afternoon traffic in Honolulu, or I guess they weren't technically, well, yeah, they were in Honolulu. It was on the main thoroughfare. That's neither the time nor the place. And so I do not, I do not condone that behavior at all. When it comes to going up and down my dead-end street in my neighborhood, the wheelie riders kind of piss me off, but it's a dead-end street, and you can see all the traffic coming at you from each end of the street. So if you're going to do wheelies, that's where you're going to do them. In the middle of traffic, in the middle of a city, definitely not. And on the freeway, definitely not. That is what really gets me angry, is when they're doing it on the freeway. I was actually on I-5 doing more than 60 miles an hour, surrounded by these fools from Joint Base Lewis McChord. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling them out. They were Army and Air Force fools, clearly. Going, just weaving in and out of traffic, going on their hind wheels, whatever, popping wheelies on the freeway, kicking cars as they're going by people's vehicles. Somebody kicked my car. I honestly thought I flippin' hit the guy. And he hit me, I guess. Anyway, totally not cool, man. Totally not cool, man. Anyway, speaking of partying all day and all night, as you guys have absolutely pointed out, today is St. Patrick's Eve. And if there is any holiday in the United States that calls for drinking from sunrise to sundown and then beyond, that would be St. Patrick's Day. So I guess I'm not going to be pointing any fingers if people are getting their shamrock on a little bit early. If they've already poured themselves a green beer for the sake of tomorrow's festivities, by all means, your chattering will be accepted. And Andre, thank you so much for the 400 biddies. Let's see here. And exactly, dude, Darlene, such stupid behavior for those cyclists. It doesn't just endanger them. It endangers the other folks. And actually, that's what I said. And I know I was really mean. I know I was really mean for saying it, but I still stand by it. On the video that Bacola T showed, I outright said, I was like, I don't really care about his safety. I care about all the other people's safety around him. I don't care about his safety. Clearly, he doesn't care about his safety. He didn't have a helmet on. He didn't have any leathers on. He was just in jeans and t-shirt. He was doing wheelies down the middle of 5 lanes worth of traffic in downtown Honolulu. Well, not downtown Honolulu, but whatever, in a busy part of the street. No. I don't care about his safety. It's everyone's safety around him that I care about. And Bacola T, you had your Guinness Pints yesterday. Well, that's good, but you can always have one tomorrow as well. And Darlene, I'm not going there tonight, for I know what can happen. I've seen it, and I'm a bit too elderly to safely participate anymore. Now, Bainy Bo, I don't know what's going on with your streak line there, so I didn't see whatever it is you posted. But Terry in Scotland, you also looked like you posted a little streak line, and I don't know what that is. But thank you for posting streak lines. I don't know. And Andre definitely has to deal with the worst of it all. When we get big groups of sideshows or big bike groups, they close down our bridges and really mess up traffic. Absolutely. On the bright side, at least these schmucks were moving forward as opposed to what is known as a sideshow, which they don't happen very often around Seattle. If they do, it's usually in the summertime. But in the San Francisco Bay Area, Oakland area, basically you'll just get a group of, teenagers, 20-year-olds or whatever, who will literally shut down an entire street just to do skid outs, figure eights, donuts, the whole smoking tires, drag racing, the whole thing. I mean, they will literally, in the middle of the day, just be like, oh yeah, this one street's ours now. And there's so many of them that they literally can take over the entire street and block traffic in both directions. So, on the bright side, at least those little hooligans in Honolulu were at least moving forward. That's right, they was hooligans in Honolulu. I'm trying to be all old-fashioned and whatever. And let's see here, DJ Smook knows what a sideshow is all about. In Texas, DPS and county police shut those takeovers and shows down here in Texas. I'd be willing to bet that the California cops try to, but they're just not enough. And the hangovers hurt more than they used to, says Terry in Scotland. And all my rowdy friends have done rowdied on down. Yep, exactly. And right, exactly. See, yeah, Andre's got the big sideshows, dude, for real. The one time I came after a sideshow in Oakland and saw a bus burning and a truck burning. Yeah, I don't know what that sideshow was all about, but clearly it was a big show. And your hangover tomorrow is going to suck, says DJ Smook. Well, it's good to have goals, DJ Smook. It's good to have goals. Honestly, I completely forgot that tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So, let me remind all of you to wear something with green on it. Looks like I've got something with green on it, so maybe I'll try to remember to wear that tomorrow. As somebody who pretty much exclusively wears all black, these days where you're supposed to wear a certain color come as an inconvenience. But now, I didn't comment earlier, but I did see, I don't know if it was Terry in Scotland that mentioned it, or if it was Katie's Aura, probably Terry, maybe Bainy. Anyway, St. Andrews, is that who it is in Scotland? So I've got multitude of questions with St. Andrews. Is tomorrow St. Andrew's Day in Scotland? Is that what you're suggesting? Or are you suggesting that it was St. Andrew in Scotland who got rid of the snakes? Oh, it was St. Andrews last week. Oh, wait, you were in St. Andrews last week. Okay, wait, I'm so confused. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Terry in Scotland saying not sure when St. Andrew's Day is. Got it, okay. Darlene, wear some green panties, you'll still be wearing green. Very good point, except for here's the deal, or not Charlene, Darlene. Don't know why I wanted to call you Charlene. All my underwear's black. I'm a very simple woman with very simple tastes. All my bras are black. All my undies are black. All my shirts are black. My jeans are blue. I will tell you that. And let's see here. With St. Andrew, all you got to do is wear a big X, aka the St. Andrew's cross. I don't know. Big X is just a St. Andrew's cross? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that because then somebody might think that I'm straight edge. And I'll just tell you right now. No one needs to be under the impression that I'm straight edge, because they would just be so wrong. And let's see here. And St. Andrew didn't have any interest in snakes. Patrick got rid of them all when he was passing through. Yeah, I don't know what St. Andrew is. Yeah, what's St. Andrew? What's St. Andrew done for us lately, huh? What is okay, so Rick, St. Andrew's Day is celebrated on November 30th each year to honor St. Andrew, the patron saint of Scotland. Okay, but what did he do to become the patron saint of Scotland, and why was that hard to say? And let's see here. Sometimes you go to St. Andrews, they have a good beach and all that, and a good golf course. Oh, I think that's why I've heard of St. Andrews before. And there you go. Okay. And Pacola T, yes, I don't really need to separate my my clothing by color, but I do separate my clothing by washing needs. Like, this is hot, this is cool. So, you know, I do actually separate my clothes. And Saint Mungo is the patron saint of Glasgow. What? No. Okay. What? Saint Mungo? What? Look, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but what the hell kind of name is Saint Mungo? Mungo? Are you kidding me? You've got to be pulling my leg. I don't understand. When you get to be a saint, just like when you're a pope, don't you get to choose your pretty name? No, I guess you don't, because you're already dead. Mungo? What is a Mungo? Is that his first name or his last name? And what did he do? Did he drink a lot of beer, get in a lot of fights, and speak in a way that no one else could understand? In which case, absolutely the patron saint of Glasgow. And Darlene, are my sheets black? Just curious, never mind. No. Well, yes and no. I have 2 black pillowcases, and those are for my black cats to sleep on. But otherwise, I do prefer a nice, clean, white or pale yellow sheet, I will admit. Although, actually, one of my favorite sets of sheets were this deep rust color. No, my sheets definitely are not black. I don't like black sheets because I have down comforters, so all the little white feathers on the black sheets just, it doesn't work. Yeah. Is Mungo the one who punched a horse in Blazing Saddles? Hey, Trail Dust, good to see you, by the way. I saw you pop in, and I didn't say hello. And, okay, Mungo had something to do with fish. They always have fish around his name. Not sure why. Okay. And does eating green count? Asked Trail Dust. There's spinach in your noodles. Well, you got to worry about that tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure if you get some of your spinach noodles on your shirt, well, then technically you are wearing green. So, yeah, St. Andrews is a golf course somewhere in Scotland. That is for sure how I'd heard of that. But I had no idea that it was actually a holiday. And at Pacola T in college, I couldn't wait for someone to empty the dryer in the communal laundry room, so I emptied it and folded the clothes. I later came back to a note on the dryer that said, "Will you marry me?" Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know, Pacola T. I would definitely just be like, you let me see how you fold my clothes and we'll decide, okay? And okay, so Terry thinks that St. Andrew invented golf, which frankly all signs do point to that at this moment. But all right, we're actually going to get the reality of the reality, which is, whoa, things that I'm not going to be able to say. But let's try it again, or let's try it. Okay, Andre says, in Wales and England, this saint is known by his birth and baptismal name, Kentigern. Okay, this name probably comes from the British Kuno Tigernose, right, which is comprised of the elements kun, a hound, and Tigernno, a lord, prince, or king. The evidence based on the Old Welsh record Conthingern. Oh, right. Yeah. Other etymologies have been suggested, including British chief prince. I don't understand. Help. Is that who Mungo? Andre, I don't know who you're talking about. Is that who Mungo is? The guy with words I can't say? Not gonna lie, y'all, I truly have no idea how to say some of these words. These words are clearly using our letters, except for some of them. I don't know how to say any of that. I'm not gonna lie, Gaelic, Welsh, whatever the flip and fly and flirp you want to call it, Celtic, Gaelic, Welsh, Irish, all that language confuses the flying fork out of me. Because when you've got 3 L's in a row and suddenly it's a TH sound, I don't even know how to approach the letters at that point. In my world, letters have sounds that go with them. In that world, they're different sounds, clearly. And haggis with tatties. You want to try neeps and tatties, you gotta take a hard pass on the haggis. You know, actually, first off, Kenny, I'm sure you've had neeps and tatties. I mean, that's just turnips and potatoes. But as far as haggis goes, I don't necessarily know if haggis is that bad. It's cooked in the sheep's stomach. I don't think you actually eat the stomach. You just eat what's in it. And basically what's in it is like a big old steamed meatloaf, for lack of a better description. And yeah, exactly. So let's see here. Oh, it's parsnips, not turnips. Okay, well, neeps are neeps, and I don't like either of them. So let's see here. Shot coming in. Yes, there are in fact weird sounds in Welsh. The double L is almost like an S, and it sounds like you're wait, and it sounds like you're drunk. Right, there you go. And let's see here. Pecola T, I had a devious side. Really? You also had a devious side. A repeat offender kept leaving his wet clothes in the washer for days. Oh, no. Fed up, I bagged the wet clothes and threw the bag in the freezer. This backfired on you. Had to listen to a frozen chunk in the dryer hanging all night long. Oh, whoops. Actually, though, you know what, Pecola T? Honestly, you did him a favor. I mean, you... No good deed goes unpunished is what this is, really, seriously. No good deed goes unpunished, because you did do him a favor. Because otherwise, those would have been nasty, nasty, nasty clothes that he would have had to rewash probably more than once to get the nasty funk out of them. So by putting them in the freezer, you stopped the growth of the funk. So that was actually, you did him a favor. How do you feel about that favor? And let's see here. Just call you the mold killer. Exactly. And also just call you the one who needs some aspirin, because now you've got a headache from listening to a chunk of ice beating around in the dryer all night. All right, so you guys, let's see here. I cook mine in boiling hot water for about, oh, you guys must be talking about haggis, I guess. Okay. All right. I definitely don't, I am open to eating haggis, not gonna lie, but I don't ever want to have anything to do with the prep of it. No. Serve it to me on the plate. Don't really remind me what it is. Just, I'll have the tatties. I don't want the neeps. It'll all be good. And let's see here. No, traditional haggis, which contains sheep lung, is banned from being imported into the United States due to USD regulations. Okay, well, okay, but I didn't know it had sheep lung in it. All right, I might not eat haggis. I might not eat haggis. Never mind. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe I should roll the dice. Yep, you can roll the dice on the haggis, but I really wish I didn't know that it had lung in it. I don't know why that bothers me so much. If it's ground up enough, it's just meat, but yeah, it, for some reason, bothers me. I don't know why, but, all right, you guys, we're talking about haggis, and we're probably still going to continue to talk about haggis, but I saw this thing, on the interwebs, and I was kind of amazed. I did not know this about bears, but hold on, we're back to the haggis. Hold on. In 71, the U.S. Department of Agriculture banned the import of haggis because it contains sheep lung, which is considered unfit for human consumption in the U.S. Why sheep lung? The USDA is concerned stem from the possibility of contamination during the butchering process, where stomach fluids can permeate the lungs, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. Alternative, some Scottish haggis producers are exploring alternative recipes that replace sheep lung with other ingredients. All right. To be fair, though, Molly, with the stuff that's being put into our foods, it's actually more safe. Oh, Baby Bo, I have no doubt in my mind that when properly butchered, a proper made haggis is 1,000% better for us than what we're putting in our bodies. In fact, actually, on that note, I was going to do this later, but I guess here we are. We have a segue. I was at my little convenience store the other day, and let's see here, and yeah, I oops, wrong one. All right, I was at the convenience store the other day, and I noticed they had Doritos, Mexican Doritos, right? These are made in Mexico. These are made in Mexico. And then we've also got made in USA Doritos, right? 2 different bags, 2 different colors, and as it turns out, 2 different sets of calories and nutrition facts, and ingredients. And I'm sure the reasons for the differing ingredients is because in the United States, you're not supposed to have that. You want to have no trans fats, but in Mexico, they'd let you have trans fats, etc., etc. And so I was wondering just how different the Mexican nacho ones are versus the American ones. Has anybody ever done this kind of taste test? Now, Baby Bo, the point I'm making is, no matter which country has better ingredients, neither of these things that we're feeding ourselves in the United States or Mexico is going to be better quality food than a homemade haggis. I mean, obviously, that's real food. This kind of food is, let's see here, the American one, let's go here. The American one is made with corn, vegetable oil, more corn, maltodextrin, cheddar cheese, monosodium glutamate, all these things, tomato powders, yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40. I think some of these things are illegal now. The Mexican one, citric acid, soybean solids, yellow 5, caramel class 4, rice flour, starch. I don't know, man. All these different things. And yeah, all of it's all Mexican or American. It's all Mexican or American. It's all artificial food. And I think the one thing we can agree on is haggis is not artificial, right? And let's see here. Hold on. Kenny's saying, I was today years old when I found out that Dr. Pepper has a creamy coconut flavor and it comes in both sugared and no sugar varieties. Loving coconut as much as I do, you must have this. Yeah, Dr. Pepper has been coming out with a bunch of different flavors. I hear they've got a blackberry one that they're coming out with, which is so weird to me because Dr. Pepper is already like got so many flavors going on, like to add more on top just seems a little bit weird, but people are really loving it apparently. And that's exactly it, Picola Tea. Rule of thumb, the longer the list of ingredients, the more dangerous it can be for you. Haggis has a very short list of ingredients, all of which you can pretty much pronounce as well. Yeah. Whereas this one, let's see, this is the Mexican one. And let's see here. We've got silicone dioxide in here. We've got whole fermented milk. We've got sodium isononate. See, I don't even know how to say that. Right, yeah, I don't know. And let's see here. Haggis burger. Ooh. All right, haggis burger. All right, a haggis burger is a patty of fried haggis served on a bun. A haggis pakora is another deep fried variant available in some Indian restaurants in Scotland. That makes sense. Haggis can be used as an ingredient in other dishes, even pizza, rather than the main part of the dish. Let's see here. Terry, I have got so many styles of pizzas here that we could talk about. And I don't see one of them that says Scottish pizza. And I'm glad, because if Scottish pizza has haggis on it, I would have freaked the flying flurp out. And Andre, does the Mexican one have a warning label on it? Indeed, the Mexican one does have a warning label on it. First off, it's got this one, excessive sodium and excessive calories. But then it also has a label on it here that says this product, hold on. This product is not authorized by the United States of America. This product is made in Mexico. And so, yeah, these are very different. So, what we're gonna do, I am now opening the Mexican bag. Mexican bag has been opened. Oh, these already smell different. These have way more jalapeno in them. These have way more jalapeno flavor in them. I can tell just by the smell. This is the American version. Oh yeah, and these smell exactly like they normally would. Like it actually do smell like American Doritos, which I thought smelled good until wow. The difference in smell between this and this is stunning. This smells, it's got, like I said, it's got that jalapeno essence. It's got a cheese essence. It smells like food, processed food, but food. I don't know what this smells like. Let's just tell you that right now. So, let's see here. Here's a pretty good looking American chip. There's the American chip. You know, DJ Smook, I'm looking forward to this little taste test because I feel like if the smell difference is any indication, then yeah, if the smell, then this is gonna the Mexican one is gonna be the superior product. So this is the American chip. I'm gonna put it on the American bag, and then let's see here. This is the Mexican chip. All right, they kind of look the same. American, Mexican. I'm gonna go put this under my light. Okay, under light, the Mexican one looks like it has more flavor on it. And you know what? No, I've only got coffee, Picola Tea. Do I have a pamplemousse ready to cleanse my palate? I only have my coffee, so we're gonna have to, this might not be a very good taste test. I know what American ones taste like, so I'm gonna go in for the Mexican one first. It's a completely different chip. I can taste tomato. I can taste jalapeno. Bright flavors. Cheese comes through. Very different. Very different. There's no spice to the jalapeno flavor. It's just, it's just got this sort of light essence. Very different than the American counterpart, what I remember. But let me put that down. Alrighty. Yeah, this is just salty cheese. This is just salty cheese. It's not bad. It tastes way better than it smells. This is a flat, one-dimensional flavor. This is totally different and totally better. And, Darlene, I hear what you're asking, and let me get back to you on that. The Mexican ones... Okay, so first off, a serving size for both. One of them's 28 grams, one of them's 30 grams. Basically an ounce is the serving size for each. So for the Mexican ones, we're looking at 170 milligrams of salt per serving. And for the Americans, we're looking at 170 milligrams of salt per serving. These ones taste saltier. The American ones taste saltier. But mostly because the major flavor profile is just salt and cheese. Whereas the Mexican one has a better, more well-rounded taste to it. The texture, I notice, is also different. The texture on the American ones is lighter and crispier. This one is a little bit crunchier, a little more solid. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for letting me eat in front of you. And I have to say that that if you have the opportunity to try the, Mexican version versus American version of whatever random snack food, it's maybe worth that little taste test. This is junk food, y'all. I'm not suggesting, the Mexican one is a healthier junk food. No, they're both junk food. Both junk food. But as far as just experiencing the difference, it is quite nice. Which bag would I take on a road trip, though? Well, okay, well, first off, Darlene, yes. The Mexican one has more spices, more flavor. But like I say, when I say spicy, I don't mean like, ha, kind of, I don't mean hot spice. I just mean flavor spice. If that makes sense. And it's got the tomato essence, and it's got the cheese essence. It's just better. And let's see here. The UK cheese one ingredients below. I don't see it showing up, Bainy Bo. So, I don't have that. But, oh God, I want another one. Let's see here. But Terry, which one would I choose on a road trip? I probably would choose, well, here we go. Actually, this is what I would do. I would choose the Mexican ones for the road trip because I don't think I can get these everywhere. I do know that I can get them at the, at my corner store. And so, if we finish these, we could always get more American style. So I'd probably get the Mexican ones. But, you know what? Now that I've had 2 of the Mexican chips, I am mistaken. That jalapeno does build up a little bit. And so, yeah, I guess if you're particularly susceptible to the spiciness of jalapeno, you might prefer the American ones as opposed to the Mexican ones, actually. And Andre coming in, Mexican Doritos, specifically the Doritos Mexicana flavor. I don't know if this is Doritos Mexicana flavor. This is Doritos Nacho. I definitely I don't think that those are the ingredients here, Andre, because there is no hint of cumin. There's no hint of cumin in here. And in fact, I don't think, let me double check. Okay, well, they just say spices, so they don't say cumin, but they do just say spices, so I can't really say. And Beanie Bo, yeah, price difference. I can't tell you that off the top of my head, but I can. I actually did make note of it, oddly enough. Well, they're two different bag sizes, Beanie Bo. So I'd have to really run the numbers, and I probably will. But the bigger bag of the Doritos, the Mexican bigger bag, was $3.99. The smaller American bag was $2.69. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that ounce for ounce, it might have actually been cheaper to buy the Mexican ones. But let's see here. 146 grams, 74 grams. Yeah, I'll have to run the numbers on that before I can tell you. What I can tell you though is this little one right here, she is very, very interested in what these little nacho cheeses taste like. She might have to have her own little taste test. In fact, I'll give her her own taste test. Let's see what Ashes prefers. She's gonna get a little piece of the American, and I'll give her a little piece of the Mexican. So the Mexican one is more triangle-y, and this one's more weird shaped. So let's just do this and see which one she chooses. She sniffs the American one first. Now she's sniffing the Mexican one. And clearly, oh dude. Oh yeah, she was all about the Mexican one. She's just looking at the American one like, you need to go away. She is all about the Mexican one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And let's see here. Kenny, now I feel honor bound to make a trip to the local Panaderia, I don't know how to spell that or say that, to see if they have Mexican Doritos. Yeah, and who was it that said maybe import fees also? Well, you know, what with it coming from Mexico and the like, there might have been, but I think that these were imported before the tariffs came into play. And so once the tariffs come into play, it's hard to know which will be cheaper. So let's see here. That can't be right, can it? Oh yeah, okay. And then 0.69 divided by... Yeah, that's right, you guys. This is so much fun. Yeah, okay, so I just ran the numbers, and oddly enough, the American one is more expensive. Oddly enough, the American one is more expensive. So when it comes to running numbers, then you better believe, baby doll, I'm picking the better tasting cheaper one. Who knew? I didn't even think to run the numbers like that. And let's see here. Kenny, I have considered trying to set up a second cam for the kittens, because she sits in the same place all the time. It really shouldn't be that difficult. I just need to figure out how to do that. And El Gato le gustan los Doritos Mexicanos. I don't know what le gustan means, but I think that means she likes them. And let's see here. Exactly. The famous cat taste test. Yes. And we don't usually get chips like that. Our open bag of chips right now is sweet potato chips fried in avocado oil. Very good, Rick. Very good. And I normally don't either, but I will admit, I'd had a drink and I hadn't had dinner yet, and so I was kind of hungry, and I went to the corner store when I was hungry, and I love me a taste test, and so I thought to myself, here's the deal, I'm not gonna lie, I thought to myself, well, wait a second, if I buy one bag of each, and I do a taste test on my live stream, I can use these as a tax write-off, and so I did. So the only reason, actually, why I bought these things was because I was kind of tipsy. I wanted some junk food, and I justified it economically with a tax write-off. Yeah. And Darlene, yeah, you're gonna probably have to go to Mexican Doritos are not in the grocery stores here. This is a corner store that's owned and operated by a Korean family, and they have Korean food, Indian food, a lot of Mexican food. They've got a lot of different stuff, but right now they've noticed, because the area that I live in is, as a friend of mine from Mexico has said, oh, this is Mexicano Central over here. A lot of Mexican folks in my neighborhood. And Andre, a place like 128th and Ambam, yes, or a place like 128th and First, which is where I got these. They've realized that with as many Mexican folks that live in the neighborhood, their Mexican snacks are actually outselling their American ones. So they're slowly but surely putting in more and more shelf space for Mexican candies, Mexican bakery items, Mexican chips. And so I'm getting I'm getting exposed to these things, and I've noticed there are a bunch of different chips like these Doritos that have American versions versus the Mexican versions. I've noticed that Tostitos has a green salsa chip, both an American version and the Mexican version. I've only tried the Mexican version, and it is to die for. So I might actually do this again with a different set of chips. And and Andre, you have chains of Mexican supermarkets in California. Yeah, absolutely. And we have little Mexican grocery stores, several of them in the White Center, Seattle area. And then also a lot of Asian stores have a lot of Mexican stuff, but I've never seen the Doritos in the Asian marts. I think that's going to have to be the grocery store or the random corner stores like where I get it. And let's see here. I should get the tangy cheese version UK Doritos. Well, I would love to. I would love to, dude. I mean, seriously, give me a reason to do a taste test, and I have no flippin' problem with that. And Darlene bragging, I had some yummy plates of food brought over from our Hispanic neighbors when they had parties. They shared with us. Their food is quite yummy. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt in my mind, because here's the deal, Darlene. They wouldn't be throwing parties if they didn't already know how to make good food. That is that. That is that. All right, so we are, Kenny, Kenny asked, do the Mexican Doritos have something printed on the bag, making it more obvious that they're not the American ones? Oh, for sure. Here, once again. First off, okay, so American, Mexican. This says nacho cheese. This just says nacho. You'll notice no black warning labels here. The black warning label, here we go. The black warning labels are pretty telltale. This is what the Mexican government, whatever their USDA is, whatever, or FDA, whoever is in charge of their food and labeling regulations in Mexico, this right here is on a lot of their junk food. It says excess calories. Sometimes it says excess fat. Sometimes it says excess sodium. But this is all in Spanish right here. So that's going to be your telltale right here. We don't have this on our labels. We have Mexico has black stop signs, right? And then there's also, at least everywhere I've seen them, there's a sticker that the United States puts on after it's been imported, or maybe before it's been imported, letting you know this is not American approved junk food. And then on the back, there's another sticker that replaces the Spanish, I think, and it puts the US label requirement. Because US labeling requirements are different than Mexican labeling requirements. And so they have to put a sticker on to comply with US labeling requirements. So that would be how you can tell the Mexican ones. Basically, the black stop signs are going to be what's going to really catch your eye. Everything else you're going to have to actually look for. And let's see here. Andre, they sell those Mexican nacho Doritos on Amazon, so you guess they're popular. Well, heck yeah, dude. I'm telling you, now that I know what I've been missing out on, I'm going to err to the side of those from now on. And what I'm going to do is I might not even tell anybody, and so I'm going to maybe put them in a bowl, and they're going to think, oh, it's Doritos, it's nacho cheese, my favorite, and they're going to eat them, and they're going to be like, why are these different? Why are these better? That's my plan. That's my plan. And speaking of my plan, we're already like 8 minutes past my plan, as Shock pointed out, 8 minutes ago. And it is time for our Lono listening break. But before that, Baby Bo wants to know, do you have Worcester sauce Lays? No, we don't even have ketchup Lays here yet, like they have in Canada. But Worcester sauce, I've never heard of such shenanigans. What on earth does the Worcester sauce Lays taste like? That is, I can't even imagine what that would be like. You have Worcester sauce Walkers. And, yeah, we don't even have the ketchup chips here yet, dude. We definitely need the ketchup chips here. The Worcester, I'm not so sure, but the ketchup we full on need. See you, Honda, good to see you. You are just in time for our Lono listening break, even though our Lono listening break is late, but that's okay. You're here in time for it, so let's do it. Boop.
Okay. Welcome back. Okay. Let's go. Time, yeah, it's their celebration. No, I'm not gonna get in the way. Wild as it could be, I could feel a sweet sensations. Gonna come now, gonna do it with ease, yeah. Believe me when I say I've got a message from your brother. He told me that he was gonna get you up ahead. Don't turn around, cause looking back and get you nowhere. Get the boys together, we're heading for disaster. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yes, that's what I said. Sweet Polly, Mrs. Blow, and Joe all of her kisses. She doesn't even know that he doesn't even care. And if he doesn't score tonight, he's taking her to Denny's. Before the last call, he'll be going down the hall. Avoid his friends, avoid the laughs, avoid all the gossip he's heard in the past. It all doesn't matter, it'll come down to this. In the dead of the night, you'll be begging her for kisses. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. You know why? Here he comes again. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yes, that's what I card and laid it on the table, dialing 1-900, y'all shall do ya anytime. He could go for broke on a 1500 limit. When she answered the call, she remembered his voice. He said, gimme something, yeah, the pain I cannot measure. I'll show you satisfaction, yeah, I'll give you more than pleasure. She was heading down the highway, taking all his calls on a cellular phone in a Mercedes Benz. Yeah, that's what I said. 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 Yes, that's what I said. You know why? That's the kind of girl she is. So stand back. Here she comes again. Come, baby. That's what I said.
All right, there you go. So, Terry in Scotland, you wanted to know what is in a mojito. A mojito is 1.5 ounces of white rum, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, muddled with 6 or 7 fresh mint leaves, and then finished with a couple ounces of soda water. So basically, it is rum, lime, and mint. And it's very refreshing. I am not a big fan of them. I would rather just have the rum and the lime. Lime and mint to me just aren't my shtick. But people really, really like them. And they are very refreshing. That is for sure. And let's see here. Bainey, you're shocked we don't have tomato chips yet. I am too. And from what I understand, Lay's is going to be eventually releasing some. We just recently got our Aldrest. Canada's most popular flavor of potato chip is known as Aldrest. And Aldrest is basically barbecue, sour cream and onion, and salt and vinegar mixed up into one potato chip flavoring. It's very tasty. We just recently got those. So I can only hope and assume that ketchup is on the way. And for those of you who think it's kind of weird, because at first I thought it was kind of weird, ketchup flavored chips. I truly, really thought that was strange. But then it occurred to me, it's like, wait, I put ketchup on my hash browns. I put ketchup on my potato chips. Or no, not my French fries. Why wouldn't I put ketchup on my tater tots? Why wouldn't I put ketchup on potato chips? Now, granted, I don't put ketchup on my baked potatoes, and I don't put ketchup on my mashed potatoes. But I could, I guess. And the Canadians who bring over the ketchup chips down to the States, they're very, very wonderful people. And that's how I've been able to try the ketchup flavored chips. And I'm sure you can probably order them online. But in regards to potato chips at the grocery store right now, I don't think you're going to find very many ketchup brands. Now, there might be a local brand, like in certain parts of the United States, that has a brand that's like, oh yeah, we totally have ketchup chips. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We don't have ketchup chips in the United States. In this, corner of South Dakota, we've got all the ketchup chips in the world. I don't know. It sounds like DJ Smook has ketchup chips available in Texas. So obviously some places in the United States have ketchup chips. But not like the big name brands like Frito-Lay's. They don't have them out for us yet. It makes me habut. But in a way, it's probably better that they don't have them, because if they do, I would end up looking like this. And you guys, I saw this video on the inner tubes. That's right, I saw it on the inner tubes, and I was kind of shocked at this, because did you know that bears can fit, if their head can fit in that hole, their body can go through that hole? Didn't know that. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second, but this is what I can say. Oh yeah, Canada's Lay's makes ketchup chips. Oh yeah, absolutely, but in the United States they don't have them, and it's really frustrating. But it's also not, because if they did, I would probably look an awful lot like this bear. Yeah, apparently even after they get all chonky during hibernation. Dude. Yeah, so the point of that video was the hole that that bear was crawling through was the same hole that that human was crawling through. In fact, here's a little bit more. Boop. So, this video. After yesterday's video of Betsy, that was the bear, going in and out of her winter den, we thought we would show you this comparison video to give you an idea of just how big she is. This is Dave, one of Bear League's volunteer first responders and video production crew, coming out of the same hole in the wall. Dave is not a small guy, he's just under 6 feet tall and 240 pounds. Based on this comparison, we think Betsy is over 400 pounds. And not to worry, Betsy and Benji were far away from this entrance at another part of the crawl space when we filmed this video. Black bears can squeeze through any hole that their head will fit through. Any hole that their head will fit through, black bears can squeeze through that hole. This is why Bear League works very hard every year to help homeowners secure their crawl spaces to avoid having a bear take up residence for the winter. We've heard countless times, oh, a bear can't fit through that opening, but we know they can. Betsy proves it. And we've seen bears get into much smaller openings than this one. While we enjoy watching Betsy and Benji go through the winter, we would prefer they den in more natural environments. So Bear League will continue to stress the need for homeowners to secure their crawl spaces before each winter arrives. So, that's a tiny hole, dude. That dude's shoulders can barely fit through. And look at this chonk. She's just chonking her way out that tiny little hole. And, like I said, you know, I'd probably look a lot like Betsy if they had ketchup Lays here. Yes, indeedly do. And let's see here. Rich was the first out. I think the dude was the first one out, Rick. And Andre coming in with nightmare fuel that I didn't necessarily need to have, which is, I can't even believe you. I mean, I'm not calling you a liar, but you've got to be kidding me. Yes, crocodiles and alligators can and do climb trees, with some species, including the American alligator, being observed climbing as high as 30 feet. Here's a more detailed look at their tree climbing abilities. Climbing behavior, while not known for being arboreal, crocodiles and alligators have been observed climbing trees, often to bask in the sun or survey their territory. Species, at least 4 crocodile species, including the American crocodile, Australian freshwater crocodile, and then there's more that we get cut off on, but let's just say, yeah. No. 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 You know, of all the reasons not to live in Australia or Florida, I mean, when it gets cold in those places, iguanas like fall out of trees and stuff. I don't need an alligator falling out of a tree onto me. No. No, no, no. And Andre saying we had some really big bears hiding out in the houses in the LA fire zone. In the LA fire zone? Okay. And let's see here. But see, Honda's saying in SoCal we barely have basements, just crawl spaces maybe. But the fires made some bears migrate to places under intact homes. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. And, oh, well now Trail Dust, he's bragging. Them there Minnesota alligators, not only they climb trees, but they also swing on vines. That's right. And let's see here. Andre in Cape Canaveral has a special fences to keep the alligators out of its offices and launch areas. Nice. Okay. And let's see here. I've seen gators jumping high, lunging up high out of the water, but never thought they'd climb trees. You know, I never thought about that, Darlene, but you're right. They can lunge, and that tail really is powerful. And their claws are big. Never once crossed my mind that they would put their big strong tail and their big claws together to climb the trees. Yeah, no. No. Oh no. And I'm just gonna keep saying no, because that's all I can say is, oh no. Oh no. But you know what I can say? I can say that we all agree that alligators belong maybe more in the water. And you know what else belongs in the water? Whales, you guys, whales. And I just learned about this thing, and I wanted to tell you about this thing because I thought this was a cool thing. There's a thing, it's called a whale flag. Boop. And the whale flag is a flag that you fly when you see a whale. And you can buy these whale flags at various and assorted places across the world. This is a worldwide thing, not just a United States thing. Although whaleflag.org is where you would buy the flag in the United States. There's other places you can buy the flag too. But basically, if you're on a boat and you see a whale, not an alligator, you guys, this does not apply to alligators. This is all about the whales. When you see a whale that are in the vicinity, you need to fly your flag, slow down to 7 knots or less, stay away from the whales, and turn off your fish finders and or depth sounders. And if you have the flag, when you get within 1,000 yards of the whales that you're seeing, you need to raise that flag to warn other people. And, oops, hold on. Where did it go? And this actually works. So, just a little while ago, March 10th in the Puget Sound, frequent boater in the Puget Sound learned about whale warning flags online and thought it was a great idea. I bought a collapsible pole and put it in my boat bag. Recently, I was cruising with my neighbor or with my nephew just south of Blake Island when I saw a pod. After shutting down my engine, I displayed the flag. A fast ferry leaving made a hard turn to port and left at a slow speed until they were very far, basically, from the pod. And then another ferry rerouted around the island to avoid to avoid running through the pod of whales. And so obviously the boating community has an idea of what this whale flag is about. And the boating community, i.e. the ferry captains, etc., have respect for those who are flying the whale flag. And so I just thought that was a pretty cool thingamabop to know about. And if you want to get a flag in Canada, you can. Let's see here. I think it's called the, I can't see what it's called. Hold on. I'm going to do something here. Okay, it's called the Mer Society BC. So you can get yours in BC at https // MER Society BC, mersocietybc.square.site, shop flags, etc., etc. And so, if you're in Canada, near the water, and you want a flag, well, even if you're not near the water, and you just want a flag, a whale flag, you can get that. And let's see here. So, Rick bragging about your new cabin pump installed last Monday, 65 degrees outside, but I think it has an air pocket and is messing up the pressure. Maybe it's because you got a big bear underneath your cabin. How about that, Rick? Did it ever occur to you that you got Betsy underneath your cabin? You have a little hole underneath do you have a little hole that a big bear can squeeze through? Maybe Betsy's under your cabin. Probably not, but maybe. And let's see here. Terry in Scotland. They have to clear the runways for incoming crocodiles at Glasgow Airport all the time. Yes, all the time. And let's see here. Shock. Oh, yeah, Shock is speaking some truth. With the climate warning in her, the alligators that live 60 miles from her might actually go they might move into her neighborhood. They might think that 60 miles is really no big deal because it's warm enough there now that they can hang, they can chill. And Babybo, do I ever go to the local sauna? I don't know. No, I don't even know what you are referring to by that. I don't know. A local, like, I don't even know what kind of business would a local sauna. No, they don't. Oh, I know what a sauna is, but they're in people's houses. They're at private fitness clubs. I guess they're in I guess there was one in my gym. But there's not, they don't, like, there's no business where you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go to the sauna today and go to a sauna. Like, I don't think we've got those here. And if we do, I don't know. I've heard we've got a Russian bathhouse somewhere in Seattle. So I guess that's as close as, I don't really even know what I'm trying to ask. Do places have saunas that, like, you could just, like, hi, I'm here just to go to the sauna? Like, is that something that exists? I've only known them in private homes, I guess, or else in gyms, but you have to belong to the gym, and, like, it's attached to the locker room. Your community center has one, along with a pool, weight rooms, etc. Oh. Well, we don't have a community center with a pool. In fact, we don't have a pool in my town. So we used to have a pool in my town in a private athletic club, but then the private athletic club closed down, and so now it's a mosque, and the mosque doesn't have a pool in it. And so, let's see here. Bobby Shaney in Sitka, Alaska, they have an airport truck that goes up and down the entire runway, shooting off M80s to scare the bald eagles away 15 minutes before Alaska Airlines comes in on their 737s. Not at all surprised, Bobby Shaney, and I'll tell you what, dude. Not to disparage our national emblem, our official, our official country's bird, because it didn't used to be our official bird until recently, but it always has been our emblem. Not to disparage our national emblem, but in Alaska, dude, crows, eagles are like crows. Eagles are like seagulls. Eagles are considered really an annoying bird. There's too many of them. They get in the way. They're kind of not considered a trash bird per se, but almost. Like, just, God, there's so many of them. So I'm not at all surprised that that they have to do that because yeah, they're everywhere. There's too many of them, basically. And I know there's no such thing as too many of them. But in Alaska, people could argue, yeah, there's too many of them. And Jessica, so good to see you. I saw that you were here earlier, at least according to the list you were, but I didn't want to say anything to you because you hadn't said hello yet. And exactly, Poppy Shana, yes, they are. Poppy Shana, yes, they are. Dumb buggers are everywhere. Right, I mean, it's like, I don't want to disparage such a grand bird, right? I don't want to poo-poo it, just be like, oh, good God. But honestly, in Alaska, from my understanding, like, they kind of are like pigeons. They're just like, there's too many of them. Go away. You just make a big mess. Because let me tell y'all, you think pigeons make a big mess? You think crows make a big mess? You think seagulls can a big mess? How big do you think a 3-foot tall, 6-foot wide wingspan bird kind of mess can make? How big of a mess do you think they can make? Yeah, exactly. And let's see here. Darlene saying, I heard that I thought some gamers are getting in some rivers further upstream, more north. Oh, it meant gators. I was like, gamers? Really? And Andre, they've got a hot tub and sauna place in Elliott Bay. I feel like that's the neighborhood that the Russian bathhouse might be in. So that might be what you're talking about. I also know, I don't know if it's still there, but in downtown Seattle, there used to be a place that you could rent hot tubs by the hour, but that was just gross, and we'll just leave it at that. And I don't think that place still exists. Eagles are your drunk redneck friends that won't leave when the party's over. Exactly. And but Andres, it sounds like you're maybe on the Googles. Does it say what that place in Elliott Bay, the sauna place in Elliott Bay, the hot tub and sauna place in Elliott Bay, does it say what that's called? Because I feel like that might be the Russian bathhouse. And no, Bainey, we don't have Urn Brew over here. Isn't that the weird orange drink that you guys in Scotland drink? Or it's not orange. From what I understand, Urn Brew is a very, how shall we say it, acquired taste. And not many people outside of Scotland have acquired that taste. Its flavor is Urn Brew. I don't know what that flavor is. And let's see here, Poppy Shaney, the ultimate hellhole in Alaska is Galena Air Force Base in summertime. The ground radio shop at McClellan had a sign that said, "Goodbye, God, we're going to Galena." Nice. Let's see here. No, I'm getting in a hot tub if I got to wear a hazmat suit while I'm in there. I know, exactly. Oh, it's pronounced Iron Brew? Okay, well, that's good to know. And let's see here. Iron Brew is intense. I would imagine so with a name like Iron Brew. And let's see here. You can rent a hot tub boat on Lake Union. Yes, you can. But that's a different thing. So it's Elliott Bay, sauna, and hot tub. Don't think that that's the Russian bathhouse that I'm thinking of. So yeah. Let's see here. You've had Iron Brew, DJ Smook, but you can't describe the flavor profile either. Well, DJ Smook, I know that. Let's see here. Is it sweet? Is it bitter? Is it sweet? Is it bitter? And, oh, wow. And Shock is coming in. It's everything. Okay. All right. Interesting. And Shock is coming in with some great news. Y'all, check Andy's website sometime in the next hour or so for the new show he's doing in Vegas in early April. I'm starting to take it a little bit personally, y'all. Flippin', flirpin', early April. Flippin', flirpin', mid-April. How about some late April action, Andy? Late April, I'm okay. Early April, mid-April, no can let that. Yeah. Well, y'all, I would love to see y'all in Vegas in early April, but I don't think that's going to happen. But you should go. Just because I'm not going doesn't mean that you can't go. Just means I can't go. But what you should do is you should go and then tell me how it went. And let's see here. Poppy Shaney, Shock after the Vegas. He's flying to Sacramento and staying with us as he's doing shows in the Bay Area. I know Poppy Shaney, and that made me angry for the first time. And then now I'm angry again for the second time because Vegas, but I work in this industry called taxes, and I don't know if y'all know, but in taxes, April 15th is like an important day. And I probably can't really take time off before that day. So now I'm being a spoiled habit baby who's spitting all over the place. Sorry about that, you guys. It's a good thing you're not here, because that would have you would have needed a washcloth. And let's see here. Kenny goes, now you know how I feel when I'm night shift on Wednesday nights. Right, exactly. How about baby? And, okay, you would say that Iron Brew tastes close to Big Red. Great. Terry in Scotland. Big Red gum? Or Big Red soda? I know what Big Red gum tastes like, but I don't know what Big Red soda tastes like. And for some reason, I thought Big Red soda kind of tasted like... Okay, Big Red soda. But I don't know what that tastes like. So... I've been told what it tastes like. It's like bubble gum or something? Or it's pineapple? Or it's like... It's a flavor that you wouldn't expect. Isn't it? I don't know what I'm talking about. But all y'all know that. And Beatty Bo, I have not been on my Discord in a while. So I will have to check that out. At the little... what am I trying to say? The little milk thief. And I might actually show that milk thief on my stream and have him broadcast over the interwebs so we can identify that milk thief. And let's see here. Andre, you want to go but don't know because of health. Yeah, yep. And yeah, I don't think my boss would give me time off around this time. Exactly, Darlene. I mean, I could take the time off, but I'd have to lie and say I was sick. And let's see here. Kenny from the Cove. Monday nights and Thursday nights are in the fall. Football. Wednesday night statter. I seriously want to transfer to day shift. Oh, Kenny, you know what? I can appreciate your logic to a certain degree, but my best guess is no, you don't. No, you don't. Kenny, no, you don't. Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to relive the nightmare of what it was to be in school with school kids? Do you want to be near school kids, around the school kids? The kids all filling the school while at the same time you are there. You don't want that. Kids are mean. Kids are full of germs. Kids are loud. You really don't want to. I mean, maybe you do. Okay. Maybe you do. But I'm guessing you don't. Okay, Terry in Scotland. They used to have Big Red soda in Texas. Yes, it tastes like bubblegum. And that's what Iron Brew tastes like to me. Go figure why it's so popular here. Oh my good lord. Yeah, bubblegum has never been a good flavor for me. And so when I said bubblegum, I was like, that sounds so wrong, yet right. And I'm so bummed that I was right. And oh my goodness, so bubblegum. No. And yeah, I'm going to make that face again. No, I don't think I want a soda that tastes like that. And, okay, so Shock is saying that no, she's not going to post anything in the next hour. So don't talk about the April 5th show on Friday in Vegas. It's not official yet. Yes, it's not official yet. The April 5th show in Vegas. So don't tell anybody about it. The Friday, April 5th show in Vegas. Don't tell anyone. And, oh, Kenny, your shift starts at 2:30, so they're there anyway when you start. And I really like going home when the sun is still shining. Yeah, okay, I can appreciate that. And I guess if you already know what it's like to be near the kids, and you're okay with being near the kids, then I guess you might want to switch to day shift. Maybe you want to switch to day shift. Oh, is it? Is it not? I thought she said April 5th, that was a Friday. Oh, April 4th is a Friday. April 5th is a Saturday. Yeah. And yeah, Andre, it's the Vegas show for Andy, but you don't have to travel to Vegas to see him. He'll be like right in your neighborhood. And, Rick, I have been told word on the street also confirms that April 5th is a Saturday. But sometimes people on the street get things wrong, right? You know? So yeah, there you go. But word on the street is definitely that April 5th is a Saturday. Yep. And Kenny arguing, plus, day shift doesn't have to do as much as night shift people do. You know, that's true in a lot of... which makes no sense. It's like there's people there watching you do your job, and you manage to do less than the people who don't have someone there watching them do their job. I would think it would be opposite, but so many places are like that, where the day shift just gets to slide, and the night shift is the one that, you know, catches all up for them. And let's see here. I agree, Andre. I've been disappointed by more by some adults than kids. But Molly does have a point with them being little germs on foot. My daughter's an elementary teacher, and she catches everything they bring in. Oh no, you're bad. They had it right. Phooey, it is Saturday. Okay, so it's Saturday, April 5th, somewhere in Vegas. I'm sure you'll find it. Vegas is a small town. Just ask the clerk at the next corner store you see in Vegas, where's Andy tonight? She said, oh, Andy's going to be here. Andy's going to be right over there. Everybody will know. Because Vegas, tiny, tiny town. And, oh, it's at the beach house. Okay, it's at the beach house. I don't know what beach they speak of in this Vegas town. But okay, there's some house that thinks it's at the beach, and that's where Andy's going to be. Does Andy know there's not going to be a beach there? They ain't going to try to fool one island boy, right? He knows there's no beach at the house, right? And he probably has to know that there's no beach at the house because the tide's going to be out. And so the water is further from the land. Right? Right. Anyway, yeah. It is the bottom of the hour. It is the bottom of the hour. It is 6:30, so we are able to wrap this nonsense up. I didn't even talk about half the things I've been meaning to talk about, like turkey eggs, or, you know, do you remember in The Wizard of Oz, the Yellow Brick Road? What about that other road, the Red Brick Road? Do you remember in the movie there was two roads, the red brick and the yellow brick? Where did the Red Brick Road go? That's right. Yeah, turkey eggs, Benny Bo. Because, you know, chicken eggs are so expensive. Why aren't we eating turkey eggs? There's a reason. And we'll talk about it on Wednesday. if I'm here on Wednesday, I hope to be here on Wednesday, y'all. 5 p.m. West Coast time. Hope to see you. And if we don't, it's for the same reason that I can't go to Las Vegas on April 5th. All right. There you have it, Rabbit. Have a good one. We'll see each other soon. Take care. Thank you for all the bits, all the subs, all the hype trains, all of the mods. Thank you for being here. I hope you didn't have to do anything. And I didn't see you do anything, and I hope you didn't have to, but if you did, thank you so much. And thank you for being here anyway. All right, you guys, take care. Have a good one.